Based.
After dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 62, season 2 of Based After Dark. I'd like to give a big shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys so much. We got a killer episode ready for you guys today. Today, I am gathered with, well, myself. I'm Tpapa Slice. We've got Saint Tits on the microphone. We have Prison Joe and Krylax. This is like my first actual week outside of my Subathon. I'm starting to get back to society. I'm back in the normal run of things. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well. You joined last week, right? And you were still doing the Subathon, right? I wasn't over at that point.
Is that what was going on? Because I barely remember. Is that what was happening?
Yeah, you
took a break, came back in, and then the very next
so this
day
is my
you
first
capped
normal
it.
stuff. This is my first normal week back to the cast then.
you were a demon and you had 2 OBSs running, which I've never even heard of.
Oh yeah,
That's
I had the crazy setup for last week's podcast.
Yeah,
You're right. Okay, cool. Yeah,
it would never.
So now I'm back to normal.
It would never have occurred to me as someone who like does this and is familiar with recording just to open up another OBS. Like that's just big brain. I didn't even think that was possible.
Wait, you didn't think you could do that?
No, I always assumed that like programs like you can't have like multiple up. It's like bad voodoo. It's like superstitious.
No, I realized the tech just by I think watching Bodie and watching Mr. Mammal, and I'm pretty sure they just referenced their other OBS a couple of times, and that's where I was like, oh, they got another OBS going like that. You know, they got their YouTube OBS or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I stole that.
Yeah, shout out.
Sometimes
buddy.
it can be bad voodoo though. Yeah, shout out the boatman.
Shout
So done with the Subathon, back to real life. We also have Seth back on his grind on the what's it called, the spreadsheet grind.
Yes.
Back here for the regular. We got Hamzy falling out, Max as well. I believe Max is at the Creed concert today. Which is it today? I think it's today.
Yeah, dude, that motherfucker's getting drunk right now, about to go watch Creed, dude. I'm so jealous.
That's a valid excuse to miss the Creed. I don't know what happened to Hamzy. Maybe he got hurt. I don't know. Surely he's okay.
I hope he's okay. We need him. He is a strong host in this podcast that we do with the shit that he does.
You're Hamzy today, man. You got this.
I can't be Hamzy, dude. I'm a pussy.
You might be dead if you're Hamzy. If you're gonna be anybody, that's probably like be a lot easier to be Tasty than Hamzy, I think.
No, 100%. I wish I had trust fund money. I'd be doing a lot cooler shit than Tasty. I feel like if I had Tasty's money, I would spend it better. You know,
if you had trust fund money, what would you be doing right now?
I would have an apartment by myself, but that apartment would just be dedicated to content creation, and I would have bunk beds to invite people and come do content with me. You know,
bro, you want to come sleep in my bunk bed, bro?
Yeah, dude, dude. I've been on the internet a long time, and like I was there for like when streamer houses first became a thing. And like organization houses, like a bunch of content creators like living together and like they're streaming, doing content together all the time, and like that's always been fascinated me. Like that is one project I would love to do, is like live under the same roof as maybe 2 to 3 to 4 different content creators, and we're all collabing every day, doing different shit. I feel like it'd be really fun. Yeah, is it popular anymore though? Like, are streamer houses even a thing anymore?
The FaZe has theirs, and like they're like kind of like always live. It's cool as long as you got some bitch that can hold the camera and follow you guys around, you know?
Yeah.
like as long as you got like the unpaid intern camera bitch that's just happy to be there. Like, oh, dude, QNeeks would have been a banger camera bitch, I think.
Let him sleep on the floor.
That would have been good content. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say you have the Amp house and you got the FaZe house. Those are the like in the streaming extended streamerverse. Those are the 2 big ones, and they're both very successful. I know the FaZe people though. They got evicted from their first house, but now they're I think building a new one, or I'm not sure what they're doing. I saw some promo thing that had like 1 billion retweets. But
if Based had a place or like we can unlimited funds, we can make whatever we wanted. What do you think we would have? What do you think would be a necessity for a base streamer house?
In the house or like where it would be?
Well, both. Why not? Let's both.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Nicotine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
We'd be hunting that caffeine sponsorship.
And
like
redacted.
hunting that.
No, dude, it would definitely be the Based After Dark presented by DoorDash House is what it would be.
Dude, yes. I'd love a DoorDash sponsor. Dude, imagine unlimited DoorDash funds. We could DoorDash whatever we want, whenever we wanted. We just had to have them as a permanent sponsorship. They didn't even pay us. We just get unlimited DoorDash. Would we take it?
Yeah, it'd be a lot of DoorDash, a lot of DoorDash.
Well,
Bro, sponsored by DoorDash? I can't even imagine that.
Well, that could be the move, right? So we're sponsored by DoorDash, and I would say 3 months, 20 pounds easy at least, right? We could put that on. And then we go into the weight loss arc of the house.
Oh my
then we're competing to see who can lose the most weight.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And on the side, we're selling ashwagandha pills saying it helps you lose weight and get a bigger dick. That's the TikTok tech right now.
Bro, if we sold vitamins, if we got into the vitamin game, dude.
Bro, I'm already partially in that.
Yeah, vitamins aren't very well regulated in the United States. We could get away with a lot of stuff, I think.
Dude, that entire sector of like selling that shit is the most scummiest and shady places I've ever seen.
So if we make a house, it's immediately we're off the rip. Oh, we're gonna get obese, and then we're gonna go and sell vitamins. I'm actually down. If that's an arc, I'm down.
Bro,
I'm down for that arc.
We just all get on Ozempic and lose weight and then say it's the stuff that we're getting.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're just taking Adderall and Ozempic and we're just drinking seltzer water like a couple of pussies and we're just shitting out our weight. Oh, dude.
That would be it, our chest. But we haven't seen you guys work out once. Like, yeah, we are, man. I swear. Really getting after it in our spare
time. We have an entire workout room.
Hooking up the cameras in the gym still, bro. We're running some technical, gym stream soon, fellas. Gym stream.
We can just we can do a week's worth of recorded gym streams and just loop them and play them back. You're like, oh yeah, we're going back to the gym again. It's like, dude, this looks like the same. You wear the same shirt every Monday. It's like, yeah, dude, it's just part of the ritual, man.
It's the workout. It's the workout outfit.
Yeah.
Would we want to do a Big Brother scenario where we have active cameras going 24/7?
Bro, you don't. They're not ready for what they would see.
Only in certain rooms, of course. Obviously, but
dude, that content would not be.
I just don't think it would be entertaining enough. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think we're entertaining enough to watch our CCTV because it's not like most of us are to some degree like in relationships. It's just like, oh no, there's Tasty in the bathroom doing coke again. Like that's just gonna like that's just gonna. I mean, fine, I'm with him. Jeez, okay, I wouldn't single him out.
I mean, you didn't even have to say that. That's kind of,
So I think like there's not like real drama ever. Luckily, like I hope we don't. If it gets to the point
where we all live together, there would be.
Yeah,
there would be something. If we all live together, there would be.
Yeah.
How long do you live? Regardless of how close friends you are with people. Because I've lived with multiple people with my friends, there's always some type of drama. It's never like terrible or anything. But there's always some bullshit going on, or it might not even be big. It could be something little like fucking Tpapa every week. He doesn't fucking wash the dishes, and eventually it builds up, and you get pissed off at somebody. Like it can down to that level, dude.
Yell at Annie to go clean them. I'll take care of it, guys.
That would be funny if I confront you. I'm like, dude, these fucking dishes, and you're like, well, I got this, dude. You just call your fucking wife.
Do you guys, so in a roommate scenario, do you guys recognize like what your pitfalls are? Are you like aware, or do you think you would? I haven't really thought about my pitfalls.
Dude,
I've had a roommate for a long time.
I'm the best, bro. Everyone would love me.
Yeah, I believe it.
Everyone would love me.
But like, there's got to be something that's just like makes you like, oh, like, what Krylex does. That one fucking thing, dude.
I think. As long as no one enters my cave, then we'll be fine. You know what I mean? Because like that's where the horde, and the trash piles up is where it just you sit in your cave. On the outside, everything's cool, but you enter in the zone, then it.
Dude, yeah, when you enter the cage, like that's your domain. That's your domain expansion. That's where.
I think it's fair to say that like being a good roommate just comes down to hygiene, and hygiene involves cleaning up if you're cleaning up your space and the extended space. You really won't have any issues unless they have like some weird thing they do at night or they're super loud or I don't know. But that's gotta be it.
Everybody has their degen period, like they'll have like a couple weeks throughout the year here and there where they're just on the down and they, shit starts to pile up. It's just if you can get through that
scenario,
then I think you'll be good.
You have a 10 out of 10 roommate. He's clean.
I think
he pays his bills
something
on time.
That's really important is like, or it's not important, but helps. But if you like your chores, right? Like I ain't doing the dishes. Like I don't know how Seth figured out. I ain't doing the fucking dishes, dude. Fuck the dishes, dude. But I'll vacuum, I'll mop, I'll sweep. But like, dude, fuck them. Like I'll clean my dishes, but I ain't trying to do no group dishes,
Okay.
I think we're all old enough now to where we take, care of it.
You would think.
Caught us in the earlier stages.
You would think. Right?
You would think that, yeah.
You would think that until you live with someone for an extended period of time and you see the lowest of their lows right in front of you. So you would think that. But okay, scenario. You have a 10 out of 10 roommate. He cleans up after himself. He does the chores that he's supposed to do. He pays on time. But once a month you catch him in the foyer of the house masturbating at any random point.
Just in the wide open, and it's guaranteed once per
It's
month.
guaranteed once a month.
I've lived with Ignoble for a fucking week. I could do a fucking month. You know what I'm saying?
It's just once a month, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He Brett dogs it. He's very, very humble, very apologetic.
He doesn't own it. It's
he
like,
doesn't own
no,
it.
you caught me.
Yeah,
you won't look you in the eyes while he doesn't. Fucking
Yeah.
coward.
Yeah, well, that's what gets him off is the shame.
God,
is the shame. That's his thing.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation.
Now
bro.
I'm aiding and abetting.
Yeah, like if
okay.
you're part of the object at that point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do. There's a big difference between like pants off and pants around the ankles.
No,
it kind of tells me what your intentions were.
He's leaned back up on the couch. His legs are on the coffee table, spread open all the way. And he's long stroking.
Feet, bro. He's got bare feet on the
bare
coffee
feet,
table.
Long
shaking
stroking, long stroking,
shaking.
long stroking.
It's also he's got big meat too. That's what's going on
yeah,
here.
And when he makes eye contact with you, he doesn't say anything at first. You have to say something first. You have to react.
It just keeps
Has
getting
this
like
happened
it keeps
to you?
adding
Where's
on.
this scenario coming from?
If every other aspect of the roommate ship is like you said, described 10 out of 10, I can do it. Everyone jerks off. Whatever, man. That's fine.
You can live with it.
Yeah,
I'm more bothered by the feet on the coffee table, dude. That's crazy. Give me gripping the coffee table with the feet bare.
You'll also
to
keep the randomness of it. He will also be in different locations. Not your room though. He won't.
That's how.
He won't do it.
That's how crazy it would be having me as a roommate. Is I come in on you jacking off with your feet on the coffee table, but I'm only mad about your feet on the coffee table.
I actually get that, bro. I feel
I'm
like,
like, hey man, get your fucking feet off the table. And they're like, well, I don't give a fuck
on
about
the
that,
carpet,
bro.
Like, dude, get your shoes off the fucking carpet, dude. What are you doing, man? Like, that's how we keep the carpet clean.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I don't. It depends, like when it would catch me too. Like if I'm 10-hour shift, you get off, you come back, you walk in, you're hungry. That fucking bitch Karen, like said some shit to you. You walk in the door and you see that shit, bro. I don't know. You might catch me at the wrong time. You might catch me at the wrong time, bro. I'd be like, that'd be the last straw. That'd be the straw that broke the camel's back. I walked in, I'd just be like, dude, after today, are you fucking for real?
Oh,
like, that'd
dude.
be my favorite is coming out to Krylax fighting a man who's just beating off with his feet on the coffee table, and I'm like trying to break it up, and like the guy's naked, and it's just like.
And he just keeps saying sorry. He's sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
reality TV as well, by the way. You was talking about earlier, like Big Brother. Like if we get that, like you can't script that, obviously. That's...
No. Yeah. Well, have you?
Some days you're done. Some days it's enough.
Have you guys
not
heard of Fishtank? Have you guys familiar with that? Have you heard of that at all?
No, I have no idea what Fishtank
Are
is.
any of y'all familiar with the
Shark
infamous
Tank?
character of Sam Hyde? Does that name sound familiar?
Sam Hyde. I have heard of Sam Hyde before, yes.
Yeah,
it is.
It's his endeavor where he invites all these random people from the internet. Like you send it. It's like in the old TV. Like you would send in a videotape of yourself and you would describe yourself, and he just picks the most degenerate people and he puts them in a house and he puts them through hell. He just puts them through absolute hell, and it's a 24-hour continuous live stream of multiple different rooms, and he gives challenges and he kicks people out and crazy shit happens. It's really interesting. It's entertaining.
This is the incentive money, I'm assuming? Like if they stay, they get money?
Yep, they stay, they get money, and also they incentivize like people to be mean to each other. Like they might they may have a bounty on someone's head. Like if you pay $100, you'll have this person go steal like this other person's property. Like they do shit like that. They incentivize that. Like
Oh
man.
yeah. Also, text to speech throughout the entire house. Text to speech throughout. So people are sitting there just talking shit to people the entire time.
It's streamed on Kick or YouTube.
The chat is text to speech, or
You have to pay for text to speech, and it's not through Kick or Twitch. It's through their website.
their website. Yeah.
Yep, they have a host,
I see.
so they're able to get away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd get really
That'd be
sketchy.
It does.
That'd be the way to do it.
You guys know who Fatty Airsoft is? Have you the really big fat?
No.
You guys don't know who Fatty Airsoft? Hold on, I need to send,
No.
hold on. Let me get a picture
The
of
only
Fatty.
fatty I know is Fatty C.
It's this really big fat guy that iDubbbz did like a documentary on. Let's see here. Boom, perfect. Save.
I just know I'm not cut out for any of that stuff. Like I would probably be the first.
Oh, these
one to do some
people that they
crazy
pick
shit.
are not, and that's why they picked them, because it's entertaining. Because all kinds of shit happens. If you look in After Dark, that is Fatty Airsoft. This is
I've seen that guy.
yeah. This
Make
is
sure we gotta show because I think people recognize him if they see him.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy from
That's literally us after the DoorDash.
No, that's the
sponsorship, man.
lightsaber guy, isn't it?
Yep, that's the lightsaber guy. Yep, exactly.
Yes.
And-
yes, I know this guy.
So Fatty C was homeless for a brief
You
period.
mean, you mean Fatty Airsoft?
Fatty, sorry, Ian. I'm sorry. So Fatty Airsoft was homeless for like a brief period of time, but while Sam was doing his first ever fish tank, he invited him on as a leecher. And dude, the shit that would go down with him in the house is fucking hilarious. He got mad at this girl one time, and tried to chase her up the stairs and just fucking eat shit, and is just screaming while he's on the floor and like wailing, and he's got no clothes on. He's fucking naked while this happened, and crazy shit, dude. Unbelievable shit.
Dude.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
like
if you
let
could,
that guy chase you up the stairs or get a job.
You'd be surprised how many people would pick the latter,
You'd
pick
be
the first option.
surprised, bro. Oh man.
I'd let Fatty Airsoft chase me up the stairs. He's not gonna catch me.
Saint Tit's going in the fish tank, dude.
Let's
go.
I would go on the fish tank just for like the publicity. I would be tagging Based After Dark.
Yeah.
Every
How
chance I
many
got.
people are tuned into that when it's pumping?
To give you an idea, they released their spreadsheet for their first ever live season that they did. They made $1.3 million.
Okay.
In gross?
Yeah.
Gross revenue? or-
No, they
And-
they didn't gross it. They also had to pay $50,000 for the house that they were renting out because it was destroyed, and they had to pretty much fully renovate the house they were in because they destroyed the fuck out of it. So
Damn, imagine trying to pitch that to like someone you're renting the house from. Like, what are you using this for?
oh yeah, they didn't tell them. That's how they did that. They didn't tell him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still like in a lawsuit about it.
Oh, so you just rented that place out and then just sent the show there?
Sent the show there, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he probably definitely getting in sued. I don't know how bad the house is destroyed, but he's
Dude,
definitely getting sued.
The cabinets, it was an old house because they were renting it for very cheap. That had kind of been refurbished, but like the cabinet sets that they had were the original cabinet sets of the house. And Sam Hyde comes in with a fucking baseball bat towards the end of the stream and just starts caving in all of these fucking these sets of, and like,
dude, if you know you're pulling $1 million, you could take a bat to those cabinets. Who gives a fuck, dude?
And- and one of
you
his-
get new cabinets. That's a couple thousand, you know. Like we got a Milli Willy coming in, dude. Let's fuck this shit up.
and he talked about it in a live stream that he did after, like he did an interview, and he's like, yeah, he's like, at the time I didn't know this, but those were antique cabinets from the 70s that they don't make anymore, and the owner was not very happy. So,
Dude, as part of that, I would if they could secretly record their meeting with the landlord after it all and just have that as content too. That would be golden content.
probably
just
for
to kinda
legal
read.
reasons, that probably wouldn't be the best. Probably
Yeah, you can't.
you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Does he still
Yeah,
do
but
that show? He says it's called Fishtank, right?
Yeah, it's called Fishtank. I don't know if they're in a season right now. I think they just did. I think they just finished season 3.
Wow, so they did 3 seasons and
Yeah.
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 And I'm assuming he doesn't pick people who are down on their luck. He picks people who are like desperate, I would assume. Who are like
Yes.
desperate.
Yes.
Yeah, not
Okay.
down on their luck. Desperate, dude.
Because that's like that's where my brain goes. I'm like, wow, like it'd have to be a really to go on a
rough
show
time.
like that. Yeah, you gotta be
like,
you gotta be deep in it.
So
it's gotta be the person that would rather get like you gotta choose it. You trying to flip burgers at Smash Burger, or you trying to get chased up the stairs by Fatty Airsoft?
they had this one guy come on who was like a balding camp counselor. That's what his previous work was. He was a camp counselor. But
I thought you said they labeled him as balding camp counselor.
I mean, that's pretty.
fucked up.
That's how I'm describing him to you. Is how they described him in the show.
Oh
So they pretty much did. But he had written some Amazon books about having a relationship with someone underage at camps, and it completely went under the radar until halfway through the season. And then one day the chat starts
Wait,
fucking.
say that again.
Wait.
He's a
So
groomer?
I was, you know, it's funny because I was literally, when you said underage, when you said, no, you said balding camp counselor, I literally was about to make the joke, why don't they just call him pedophile?
You'd be real life is funny, man, because he was writing about some pedophilic shit in his books, and like chat figured it, like did some research on him halfway through, and they started letting everyone know through the text to speech, like look up.
So this is where fucking he should have collabed with those guys that we watched on the Patreon who beat up the child predators. He should have invited them over.
Before that was really popular. I think
What's that guy's name? Vitali or
Dude,
Vitaly?
No, not Vitaly. The other ones. The was it the Dads Against Predator guys? They should invite them over because like they'll actually beat the shit out of the guy.
But they made like a whole stint out of it. And Sam Hyde he was playing this eccentric character where he's some like rich oil billionaire Westerner, and he'd come in a fancy gold suit and a cowboy hat, and he would just talk shit to everybody. And when he found out he came in, he like put his hands on his shoulders. He's like, "So about these books you wrote," and he pulled it out because they ordered a paperback version. He's like, "What does this say right here?" And the guy wouldn't read it out, and he's like, "You don't want to read it out?" And he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to go, my friend, before we beat the shit out of you." And they kicked him out.
It's like going on fully knowing you got the dark depths in your, like I don't know, like stuff's not gonna come to light. I don't know. That's their job to look up.
Dude, it's bad though. Like it is real though. Like you said camp counselor, and that's immediately where my brain goes. Which is bad, because I'm sure there's some really cool camp counselors out there that really like care about developing youth. But every time I think of the word camp counselor, I just immediately think about fucking terrible people who are fucking pedophiles. Just because it's happened so many fucking times, dude.
So, I mean, same thing with the Boy Scouts and, the ever so popular Catholic Church,
Did you guys ever do any camps during the summer? You guys can't do summer camps?
I wanted to do.
We didn't have that down here
because my friends went, but yeah, my parents. I don't know. They said I could go, but I just never did. I was always playing sports during the summer, so it never.
I did 4-H camp one year in middle school, and it was the gayest thing I ever did, and I regretted it immediately, bro. Immediately.
Wait, what's 4-H?
4-H is like some organization just to bring kids together and do activities and shit, and they hosted like a summer camp. And dude, the portfolio made it seem so cool. It was like 2 weeks of going out on the lake, hanging out with friends and doing cool activities. And then you get there and it's just gay as shit. It's just a bunch of fucking Nazis ordering you around to do stupid arts and crafts, and you can't even go out on the lake by yourself. And like there's certain periods that I went out on the lake twice for 2 weeks while I was there, dude. The first day I was like, this is gonna be lame as shit. And you're bunking with people you don't even know, with a bunch of weird ass fucking kids from all around the state, dude. It was not a good time. It was fucking weird.
I did Boy Scouts. I liked it. It was fun. Except the fucking bro, we go 1 year, and it's like dude, it's just like the pamphlet, bro. Like I'm seeing bald eagles. We're on the lake every day. Like it was a blast, right? We go back the next year. Same thing. Just the most fun I'm having like as a kid ever. The week after we leave, dude, apparently like all the camp counselors got busted for growing weed up like right off the property, dude. They had just like a bunch of weed they were growing, and they were just growing it and smoking it themselves because they were out like in nature and whatnot, and they shut the fucking camp down. It was so much fun.
That's
and we never went
bullshit.
again. I know, dude. It was so much fun, dude, and it got taken away because you can't have weed.
Oh, but touching
This was a
kids
long
is
time
fine.
ago, though. So
Those
like,
are the counselors you want.
Yeah, this was frick, man. I was like 14, so like weed wasn't really legal. Or maybe I was like 12. Yeah.
No,
Like I was
wasn't.
12. I was young. Weed was really. I was like, oh shit, dude, you got weed, man. Like it's not like how it is now.
Yeah, that all happened in our lifetime. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude.
But I always had the worst luck. One thing that kept me from camps. I've always had the worst luck with random roommates. You know, you think, oh, you go, maybe I'll get one cool roommate. Like even in college, bro. I just got the 2 college roommates I had were both autistic. Like not even as a joke. Like it was real. Like one was in ROTC. And
oh no,
one was in ROTC and the other one was, and nothing against male nurses, but he was like a male nurse who just was
no, dude, fuck male nurses, they're weird, bro. No offense.
Yeah, he was
They're
fully
weird,
an incel
though.
and fully scared of women, like to the point where he had a body pillow, like everything, bro. And then the other one was an
what?
ROTC.
He was fully scared of women. He had a body pillow and everything.
A male nurse scared of women.
Dude,
so he's gay.
Picture? No. Well, I don't know, bro. I think he literally described himself as asexual.
I mean,
which-
yeah, that
You
he's
can put that on
gay.
the tier list for sure.
He's gay and doesn't know it.
Asexual deviant. Am I right, fellas?
Gay and
No,
doesn't know
and
it.
he'd always come up like he had
Do
this
you think
thing
that's in
he
the
did
tier
with
list
his
though?
hands.
Being asexual, is that? Can you put that on the gay tier list?
That's on its own tier list.
Yeah,
man.
that's different. That's completely
that
different.
starts its own tier list, man.
Dude, because
That's
gay
something
people are
else.
not asexual. They fuck like rabbits. They're
That's true. Yeah.
He had this weird thing he'd do with his hands too. Every time he'd like come up and want to tell you something, it was almost like an evil like mastermind thing. He'd go like this with his hands and like he'd come up to you.
Oh, so
and
he's
be like,
hella autistic. Okay.
quite
dude,
literally.
hella. And he would come up and he would come up and ask. He'd be like, "Hey, man, you know, I don't want to bother you. I just want to ask a couple questions. Like, what do you think about this?" And he'd ask like my opinion on the most random like things. Like one time he brought Kraft mac and cheese or something like in these. He's like, "Hey, I bought this. You know, you can have a couple if you want. I don't know. Just what do you think about this? You think this is actually like good to eat and everything?" I'd be like, "Bro, it's fucking mac and cheese. Like, just eat it, bro. I don't know what your problem is."
He wanted a friend.
Yes, and dude, honestly, like I was their friend to a certain degree because I mean I had to stay with them, so I'd give them advice. I felt like some old sage in the cave, bro, giving these youngins advice about just random shit in the world, like they had never walked outside in their lives. And he was fine, like he kept to himself. He'd only ask a couple weird questions, but the other guy, the one that was an ROTC kid, like came from a long line of military family. Shout out to the military if your family's in the military. Thank you for your service. But this guy, dude, he was something else because he had never, the first week that we ever were in a room together, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, bro, you look like you know how to talk to women. Like, I've never done that before." Like, the most sincere, like, it was almost, I couldn't even be mean to him because it was so sincere. He was like, "Hey, you know, like, how do you ask girls on dates? And like, what do you say to them?" And like the most honest shit ever. And I just couldn't keep a straight face half the time he was talking because he was so genuine about it. And they were both just, and he's like, "Hey, I asked this girl to go on a coffee date and she said, yeah." And I'm like so excited about it and all this shit. It was like, that was my weekly occurrence with these kids. And they'd just be up until 4 or 5 a.m. playing Xbox. And they would yell at, they had the worst relationship with each other. They would like yell at each other over the dumbest shit. He's like, "You keep staying up and playing Xbox until 3 a.m. Like, why don't you go get a life?" And he's like, "You don't have a life either. You don't even talk to anyone but your body pillow." And it was like the most crazy shit every week. And that experience, like, I was like, dude, I can't have a roommate ever. Like, random roommates, it's over for me. I gotta just either live by myself or be homeless. I don't know.
Yeah, me and my best friend, we like when we went to college, we were roommates together, but we had to like room with 4 other dudes, right? And they were cool, but dude, we had this one roommate that we put out, or I guess my friend put his Xbox out in the living room. And one day he came home and he just like overwrote like 2 of his saved game profiles and just like beat the games on his Xbox. And like, dude, that's fucked up. That is like so fucked up.
You gotta fight over that. You gotta square up,
bro.
honestly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we came back in and it was, I think it was like one of the Uncharted's, dude. And he's like, "Dude, I just beat Uncharted." And he's like, "What the fuck you mean you just beat Uncharted?" He's like, "That's my Uncharted. How'd you beat Uncharted?" He's like, "Oh, it was such a good ending." And then he was like, "What are you doing?" I hated that guy from that point on. I'm like, oh, this guy has no fucking standards. he's a heathen with no soul. Like, fuck this dude.
Just
Dude,
encroaches on a man's property like that. Beats
Dude,
his
you
whole-
can't
you-
you
like,
can't play someone else's save. Are you kidding
you
me?
just unlocked an infernal rage within me because I remember I had a Dragon Ball Z game for the Game Boy Advance, and it was hard. This was before I knew about the internet, so like I had to figure everything out myself, and it was not an easy game to do that. You had to go to a lot of different places to find the Dragon Balls and like beat the game at the end. And I'll never forget being in a car ride with my shitty little cousins, and my mom's like, "Let them play your Game Boy." And I said, "No, I only have the Dragon Ball Z game. They're gonna overwrite the save." And I'm like 8 years old. I know they're gonna do it. I know they're dumb as fuck, or they're gonna do it intentionally. And my mom's like, "No, you need to be a good cousin and share. They don't have Game Boys. They don't know. Let them play." And I said, "All right, fine." And I let them play it. And I specifically remember telling the oldest one, who was only a year younger than me, so he was 7. I was like, "All right, hey dude, this is the new save. Do not play this save. All right, this is the new save. Play it." And I gave it to him. And by the time we got done with the car ride and they give it my Game Boy back, I go to load up my save. It's gone. It's gone.
Yep, sit the fuck down.
And like this is like the start of like a family trip too. So like we're down in Florida now, about to have vacation, and I'm already ready to fight my fucking cousins. I'm already like throwing a fucking fit and telling my mom like, "I told you they would do this, and they fucking did it." And then them crying because I'm yelling at them, and then I get in trouble, and now the rest of my fucking trip is shit, and I have to do all the things I did to get back to my save on the fucking game. God damn, dude. Sorry, I've never told
sorry.
anyone that, man. I've never. Wow. Wow, dude.
Do you remember, like, back in the day, if you
Drama.
were saving the game and the PlayStation 2 got unplugged while it was saving, it would erase the save? Like,
Mm-mm.
do you remember that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If your game was saving, you click save, and there'd be, like, that 4-second window where it's saving. If you lost power or anything during that little window, like, your whole file got corrupted. I was playing Ratchet and Clank one time, and my cousin
gee.
comes up to me, and he's like, "Oh, how's it going?" Da, 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 da. And he's just standing there. And he's standing right next to the PlayStation. And I didn't realize that he was just waiting until I saved. And the second I clicked saved, he just like grabbed the cord and ripped it out of the wall, dude. And I
Bro, I'm
just
fighting.
like, oh my God. No, he was like twice my size, so much bigger than me. There was no fighting. It was just sit there and be sad, dude. Like,
Bro, I'm still trying to fight.
Oh, dude.
Get my ass beat. I'm still trying to fight.
I just remember the PS2 when you would turn it on to like load the game up. You know, you had the little cubes, and it had to like go in the right way to start, right? So I remember my friend Cameron. He had the PS2. We were just trying to play Jack and Daxter, banger game by the way.
Yep.
Maybe the
so
second
good.
one. We would just play it like until someone died, then we'd switch off, like go back and forth. And yeah, dude, like the disc was messed up, so we'd sit there for like I remember putting the toothpaste on it. We like tried all this stuff, and then
Bro.
you try like 12 times, and finally it does the right zoom. And like, yeah, like get fucking hype as fuck.
dude,
Get the
Bro,
game to
why-
work.
Toothpaste?
Why would
What is this
toothpaste work?
toothpaste?
Bro,
shit?
why would it
Yeah, I'm
work,
like,
bro?
what?
That's what I
This-
want to
It did, bro.
know.
This
Yeah.
is
It works.
ancient technology, bro. I remember those videos
No
where your
way.
disc wouldn't
You
work.
never toothpaste a game, Krylex?
Oh my God, dude. I'll
Oh,
never
dude.
forget
Southern Remedy right there.
seeing.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys ever use peanut butter? Did you ever see one? I remember
I
seeing
never did peanut butter.
an Indian guy is like, first you put peanut butter on the disc and he rubs the peanut butter on it. And then he's like, then you get microfiber cloth, clean it off. And then he's like,
Bro, y'all were getting trolled. There's no fucking
No,
way.
bro.
Shit would
Dude,
work,
toothpaste
bro.
works. Toothpaste
Shit
works.
would work.
Bro.
I never did peanut butter, but in theory, peanut butter would work too. Because why toothpaste works is it's like slightly abrasive, so you're essentially just doing like a really fine polish on your disc is all you're doing. So you would take your disc, you'd squeeze toothpaste all over it, and you'd rub it in. Like we would use a paper towel, or I would not use a toothbrush on it because then that's
yeah.
you get the bristles scratching with them. So you use something soft and you rub in the toothpaste in like little circles all over. Then you clean it off and you dry it off and you throw that thing in the PlayStation. That shit would work, dude. That
Yeah.
shit would fucking work, dude.
I used that on my 360 games, bro. I'll never forget Halo would stop reading. I put that motherfucker through peanut butter and toothpaste and pop that motherfucker, and my dad was like, it's never gonna work. And it loaded the fuck up, dude. It was mystical, dude. It really, that's what it was.
Dude, I remember when the PS2 wouldn't work, and then you'd hear it like the beginning when you load it up and it makes that loud sound. The fucking, I can't even, you can't replicate it. but it would do that, and if it doesn't load, you have to keep doing it over and over again. So it's just like loud and loud and loud, and my parents would be like, "What the fuck are you doing in there?" And be like, "Dude, it doesn't work. I don't know what to do." I didn't know about the toothpaste tech apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, toothpaste was strat.
That's
for real.
crazy. Dude, why did we believe it? Why?
Dude, I remember like one of the first times I was doing it, I was at my cousin's house, dude, and my cousin goes to do it, and I'm the naysayer the whole time. I'm like, he's in the sink doing the whole shit. I'm like, bro, this ain't gonna work. This is stupid. You're gonna ruin the game. And lo and behold, you pop that disc in and it worked, and you're like, oh my god, toothpaste is the answer, man. Like,
dude.
It was essentially, that was like the CD's version of you remember on the N64 and you blow on the cartridge?
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
It was that.
That would never happen to my own games, but every time I go to Blockbuster and rent a game, then like you'd get some really fucked up ones. Then like I rented games a bunch of times and put them in, and they just wouldn't work because that shit is just scratched to hell.
Yeah.
And you just have to go back the next day.
Just the other day, me and my dad were reminiscing on the good old days of Blockbuster. Did you guys go to Blockbuster?
All the time.
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Dude,
Yeah.
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, dude, exactly.
I never did Blockbuster just because where I was living at and where I was when I was younger growing up. But when I got older and I was going out more, I was always going to GameStop. Like if the fucking parents would take us by GameStop, that was the when GameStop was great. There was a
so much fun.
There was a time in history where GameStop, you'd walk in, it smelled nice.
GameStop and Best Buy were the meccas, dude. If you could get your parents to take you to Best Buy for an hour, dude, like, oh man, same thing with GameStop.
When you walked in the GameStop and you knew you were getting a new game, it's no different.
Yeah.
I swear,
that shit is different, bro.
Bro, it was so good, man.
And dude, and then when we would go to trade in games, our parents will let us do it for pennies on the fucking dollar and just get robbed for a new game. And then you play the new, you pop in the new game and you're like, this is ass. This is ass, dude.
I remember my grandma bought me a game for the Wii or something like that, I forget, and it was just a shit game. And I immediately went and traded it in. It was like a $60 game. I traded for like $25, and my parents were so pissed at me.
Yeah.
You're like, how could you trade in your grandma's gift? I'm like, trust me, the $30 was better. The $25 was better. I actually got a game I wanted to play.
I remember you had to trade them in like quick, because like as soon as you use that game, they'll give you like half price for it, right?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna resell it at like probably, because what was it like? Well, back then it was $50 for the game, right? Usually, because now, what's it for like a new game these days? Usually like 70?
70's new baseline.
70. Yeah, I'd say 70. Yeah, okay. I remember then it was
Pre-order.
50. Like, yeah, I remember, like Carl said, there was a time where I get like a bad game and I take it back immediately. They'll give you fucking $25. They'll give you fucking
and then put it on the shelf
$50,
for $45.
$60 game.
Yeah,
like,
45, 50. Yeah.
Yeah, barely even use it. What was the game I turned in? I think it was like Mario and Sonic Olympics or something, and I was like, why the fuck would I ever play
Did you ever get a little like risky and buy it? Because if you bought a used, that was another thing too at GameStop. If you buy a used game, you're fucking flipping the coin, man. You're either got a fucking shit show or it's like almost brand new.
They would refund you instantly, like if you bought something used and it didn't work. But like, yeah, I remember I got Skyrim used, and I went, and do you guys know, like pretty much right in the kind of beginning, it's just Skyrim, you go in that one dungeon, you fight that spider.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the first dungeon you go in on the quest.
Yeah,
like the big spider.
Like leads you to
he comes in
like
from the top
that.
too, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. So my fucking game would freeze during the cutscene of the spider popping out, and I would just save and try to get past it, and then I realized the game was just fucking broken, dude. I probably wasted like 15, 20 hours trying to get that stupid spider thing to work. I like started, I think I at least did 2 accounts, you know, to get to that part, because I'm like, oh, the account's bugged. I'm gonna go make a new account. And then I took it back in, and that was the one time I flipped the coin and I got hoed.
Dude, that reminds me of my most toothpaste game was Oblivion. I toothpaste that motherfucker probably the most of anything, because it would always have issues of getting stuck on the fucking loading screen with that fucking music. Da-na-da, da-na-da, with the fucking flute playing, and I just remember sitting there staring at the screen like, please load.
Dude, that might not have been a problem with the disc, because only many years later did we find out that Bethesda's engine had a problem when you did multiple saves. It would just corrupt your game. And like if you kept doing it over and over again, it would just completely corrupt your game. Like you wouldn't be able to play it. You'd have to go and delete your saves. I know Skyrim had an issue like that, so Oblivion probably did too. Might not have been your disc.
I forget which one of you during like a subathon or something played the Spider-Man game. Was it you, Tpapa?
No, that was just a random Friday. I played that one Spider-Man game, dude.
That was the first game on PS2 I ever had.
Yeah,
that game was the one I played, and it was one of the ones where I would have toothpasted if I had it, but there was like this one boss fight where it would freeze over and over again. But I was so stupid, I just kept playing through to that point and never like got past that point. I would just restart and play the same game over again.
The toothpaste check was great too, just because of the satisfaction you would get. Like, cause sometimes you really be in the shop grinding, just fucking getting that shit in, and it maybe didn't work the first time, maybe it didn't work the second time, but that third time,
but you going back to the toothpaste, it's gonna work.
That third time, you see the fucking blocks zoom in correctly, and you fucking get hyped.
You're right. The block zooming in correctly is so right, dude. Oh god.
Or if you're on the Game Boy Advance, there was the Game Boy and it said Advance on the bottom or something if the game was working, but if not, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, you'd know before, so you'd be like, all right, just reset it again.
So many times
take this out and blow on it again.
Yeah, you start with the Game Boy and it just says Game Boy. You're like, fuck, you fucking grip the fuck out of thing. Put it back in, and then it still wouldn't work.
Bro, do you remember all the tech that came out for the Xbox Red Ring of Death? That like the fixes.
That's what I was about to say. Did you guys ever get the Red Ring of Death?
I never had a.
I did not, luckily.
My cousins got it. They did the fucking. You had to take your Xbox and wrap it in a towel. Did you do that? And then you put that shit in the oven for like a couple hours.
I didn't do the oven.
Yeah.
I didn't do the oven. What I did was you would put like coins on it and wrap it in a towel, plug it in, and let that motherfucker run and overheat essentially. And apparently, letting it overheat corrected the overheating problem it was having.
Well, because it was a glue issue inside the Xbox. So you were trying to like reheat this glue up essentially to get it to whatever sensor is getting triggered. Yeah, so we wrapped that shit up in a towel. We put it in the oven for a couple hours and it worked. It bought it like a couple months, but then it just like, Red Ring of Death came back. But Xbox. I was reading this one thing recently about how the Red Ring of Death was one of like the biggest blows to a company. Like it cost them billions of dollars to fix because they were just taking in everyone's Xboxes and fixing them, and it was a problem that essentially every Xbox had. Yeah, and it cost them billions, but it was great in the public eye. And then, I mean, the Xbox 360 was like that's the most iconic.
I was gonna say the 360
know?
gave me unrealistic expectations for the future because I remember when that thing came out and I saw it for the first time, my friends were all like, "Oh my god, it looks so cool!" It was like, "That looks insane," and then
and everyone wanted an Xbox to play Halo because you couldn't
party chat, dude, party chat. Being in a chat with 4 of your best friends, 5 of your best friends, and you're all playing different games, dude. It was fucking revolutionary.
And remember you had if you were playing if you were playing Call of Duty and you did hardcore search, it would not let you be in party chat. You had to get out of party chat to play hardcore search.
Oh, true.
Like,
yeah,
insane.
True.
Just imagine if Valorant was like, yeah, it can't be in Discord right now, bro. Discord's open?
Yeah, this is a tactical game.
Close Discord, pal. You can't communicate with your friends when you're dead. Like, that's how, it was so crazy back then.
Yeah.
Speaking of that Red Ring of Death thing, I remember my first year of college. It actually had a really cool... I was in school for engineering, and I had an electrical engineering class, and one of our projects was he had an Xbox, and one of his things was fixing the Red Ring of Death. Like, he took the Xbox apart, and it was like a soldering issue. That's what it is. Like the solder on the pins or the board, the circuit board that's inside of it. That's what would happen. The thermal paste and stuff would melt off and it would cause a problem with the soldering thing. So you took it apart and like resoldered the things and you plugged back in and we fixed it. And I was like, dude, where were you like 10 fucking years ago, bro? Like I got to learn this when this shit is obsolete.
Dude, that's essentially
learned what was wrong with it.
What I did. I remember back in the day, like, did you guys ever go on the Xbox 360 modding forums? Find like hack Call of Duty lobbies, learn how to JTAG, mod controllers.
Like I was interested, but like I was never gonna do anything. Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I learned how to mod Call of Duty World at War Zombies. on my Xbox 360, and I could go online and do hacked games and like spawn in weapons round one. And like what you had to do was you had to burn the modded version of the game onto a separate disc, and you had to take apart the Xbox 360 and hot swap it while you installed it to the hard drive. And with the case off, you can just freely like take the game out, put on your disc, and have it install. And if you did everything correctly, it would install a modded version of the game. And I'll never forget, like, it was only certain Xboxes that could do it. And my friend had one, and he let me borrow it. But then his dad found out that I had it for over a month, dude, and it was the best time ever. I was playing modded zombies on a fucking Xbox, and his dad made me give it back to him. And then I never got it no
I just
more.
got into the lobbies. I just got invited. I remember my only hacked lobbies was Modern Warfare 2. I just got in to unlock all the shit.
Yeah, did you guys ever...
I never did any of that.
You guys ever buy rapid fire mods? Like a rapid fire?
I went on eBay for one of my birthdays, and I got a custom controller that had rapid fire built into the fucking controller.
Oh, for the FAL and everything?
Yeah, for the FAL, dude, and MW2,
Dude.
so I could just click a
Could do the
button.
Barrett as well.
Oh, dude. Oh, the Barrett was even crazier because the FAL had a slight, like, it had a built-in cap on like how fast the gun could shoot, while the Barrett had like no cap, because who would ever do that? So you could just throw an ACOG on the Barrett, dude, and you're just running around. It was all 10 bullets in 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, the modded controller was the wave, man,
Dude,
back in the day.
I got in early on that wave when this is Call of Duty 4, like the first one. And the old controllers, all you had to do was like rewire a couple of wires to the power button. All you were doing was taking the power from your packet and putting it to your fire button. And you just had to solder some wires to it. My dad is a master electrician, so I showed him the instructions. He's like, "Oh yeah, I have a soldering iron out in the fucking shit." He's like, "I got wire, let's do it." And dude, I'll never forget loading it up with this fucking shitty little button that I got from Radio Shack, that ancient store that no longer exists.
Shout out.
And
Miss it, man.
going into a
Fucking
game
miss it.
with the
Amazon.
with the FAL and using it, bro, and it just unloaded the entire clip, and I was like, "Holy fuck, it works!" And dude, great top 10.
Miss those days,
top
dude. Miss
10
those
moments
days,
of my
dude.
childhood. My dad making me a modded controller. Unreal, dude.
I was a kid with no modded controller getting killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, literally getting killed by some of the modded controllers is always just like infuriating. Just like, god damn it. You're like,
Yeah.
Or you're just like, what the fuck was that? And then you see the fucking the kill cam or whatever. You're like, what the fuck, man? What is that?
Oh, dude.
I played PlayStation. I remember being mad because, like, as an Xbox, you got a mic with the Xbox. You got the shitty, like, overhead mic you
Yes,
just plug
dude.
in. PlayStation players didn't get that. And for the longest time, I wasn't allowed to have a mic because my parents didn't want me talking to people. They were, like, afraid of people on the internet. Probably rightfully so. But I finally did. I got a Bluetooth earpiece, like the ones that they have for
Yes.
like that real estate agents have, and I got one of those and was able to use it for a mic on
Oh
zombies.
my
I remember
God.
that's the only reason I wanted a mic was to play Black Ops.
Do you
so happy
remember
you said
doing
that.
Xbox Live with the fucking shit mic that comes with it? How cool you felt with that little microphone on? Like it was just the
man.
one ear. It only had audio in one ear too.
Yep.
It's literally like
Yeah.
the call center special. Like
They still give that same one ear mic to for Xbox. I'm pretty sure they still have the
Dude,
one ear.
Halo 3 just
Damn.
came out. All your buddies got Xbox 360s just for Halo 3. You load it up and you just sit. There's a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds just talking shit to grown men all at the same time. It was a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
Dude, I was the worst at shit talking because I was sheltered, bro. I got in that lobby with the mic for the first time. I didn't even know how to
don't
talk
worry.
shit.
I'm sure it only took you 2 months to immerse yourself in the language. And it was pretty, everyone
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing it.
what were some of the words that you guys were using back then?
Ninja, curve,
Next
baguette.
Dude, I was trying to find it, but I thought I still had it. So I remember like getting on Xbox Live for the first time, which my first experience was actually Gears of War 2. That was my first Xbox Live experience, which like the shit talk on there is pretty prominent as well. And then, but I remember I got a mic for the PC for RuneScape because I was in a CC and there's a fucking team. They had a TeamSpeak server. There's a TeamSpeak server.
This is great.
And it was the fucking mic I
Wait,
had
hold on.
was like,
What year is this? What year is this? And how old are you?
oh fuck, I think I'm 14, probably 14 years old, 14 or 15, 14 or 15. Yeah. I'm 14 or 15 because it's early high school and like I was working, so I had money to buy stuff.
Pre-EOC, pre-EOC, right before.
Yeah, this is pre. Yep. This is pre. No, this is a good bit before EOC because EOC came out when I was 18 or 19. This is when I was just this is in the glory days of fucking RuneScape, RS3, and yeah, I was in the CC and we had a TeamSpeak server, and I got in control of it because they had nobody in this clan wanted to pay for it, so I paid for it. So I actually owned the TeamSpeak server, which is crazy looking back because like it shows everybody's IP. If you fucking TP, like if you own the server, like you got everybody's IP. You got fucking like it's fucking definitely dangerous if the wrong person is. Thankfully, it was my dumbass. But I remember, yeah, dude, the mic I had was just like, and you know how it's got like the base and it's like just one little stick coming out of the base. And it's fully plastic, like $5 mic. The wire looked like, I don't know, it was definitely made by children for sure.
Like the AV wires that you
Did
have.
you have that shitty
twisted
little
around
piece
each
of
other?
foam over it too? The shitty foam.
That's how you know you were balling. If you had the foam on the end of the mic, then that's some baller shit, bro.
Bro, that mic, it literally weighed. I couldn't even tell you how much it weighed. It was so light. I couldn't tell you. Like I don't even know how that thing like was. Especially my voice, I don't even know how it was probably about to explode, like taking in the sound waves of me. But yeah, man, that was holy shit. But yeah, I remember the first time talking to somebody on TeamSpeak, and it was just like I don't know. Same with the Xbox. Like I just remember like getting on live that first time, just hearing people in there like talking shit. I was just like, it was such a weird foreign experience, but it was like addicting immediately. Just fucking addicted, like just wanted more. But gosh,
me and my friends, we'd play we would play RuneScape. We were not on the TeamSpeak or Skype tech. Like we would hear about people playing RuneScape
Skype, dude.
and using Skype and TeamSpeak. Man. Like, dude, those guys are crazy. We would sit in Xbox live parties with our controllers and our headsets on and talk to each other. But you'd have to remember to wiggle the thumbstick on the controller once every 10 minutes. Else your controller would auto turn off. Because you'd be sitting there and you'd be like, wait, I haven't heard anyone talk in a while. And you'd be like, oh, you look over and your fucking controller DC'd because you didn't touch it for a little bit. And everyone's just playing RuneScape, you know? That's how we did it.
Bro, Skype was it before.
Dude, Skype, I'll tell you right now, like
Skype was it, bro.
I used to Skype and play my friend Chris. We used to just Skype and play RuneScape. That's on the tier list for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
that's 100% on the tier list.
I used to talk to girls on Skype. I had my first girlfriend. We had
Skype
calls.
Skype girlfriends.
Shit,
oh
like
my
the video
god.
chat, dude. Shit, bro.
You're stroking your shit on the Skype video.
I was. Bro, I did once or twice. I'll never forget it too.
All fucking 20 frames of you stroking your dick.
I'll never forget talking to a girl and being like, I bet you won't flash me right now. I'm fucking 14. I bet you won't flash me right now.
Dude, it's with the Riz.
Dude, seeing that fucking 480p blurry ass live action cam booby. Oh man, I'll never forget the internet.
Bro, I remember I opened like years ago. I re-downloaded Skype and opened up, and like all my chat history and everything was still there. I was like, dude, this shit has to go. Like,
how do you do
go now? Like,
you should go back on your Xbox Live account and just read through the messages. It was like probably because I played the Master Chief Collection somewhat recently. I had like went on there and looked through my messages and just seen these messages of people who I played video games with for years and obviously haven't talked to them since. Like, damn, that guy was cool. Oh, I remember that guy. Like, there's a few differences. I remember this one guy I played Gears with. It was always, there's a cool story with it because for Gears 2, there's a horde mode online and it's really fucking hard to beat all 50 waves. And I remember
so much fun, man.
This guy had to have been like in his 30s or 40s because he had a son too. Because he would talk to me, be like, hey, my son's going to play this round. He's like, I'll be back. He'd come back. I don't know how old his son was, but he'd come back. But I remember we made it online. We made it to wave like 49. We almost beat the horde. And he was like, my work called me to have to leave, and he left. And the game fucking obviously just DC'd. And I was distraught as fuck.
Top 10 anime betrayals, bro.
I was distraught as fuck. We had 2 waves to beating it. Like, And like you got a ton of fucking, I forgot, like XP points, etc. Achievements if you beat like the online like Hornbear, like you did all the waves in like an online lobby legit. And he had to dip. And he didn't give an explanation. He's like, hey, I gotta go into work. He just fucking cut it. I was like, there's no fucking way. We had it all set up because there's a tech ready to like put these shields down and defend a certain area. Like we had everything fucking laid out. It took us hours to do. And he just fucking
the original
dipped, bro.
raid.
Bro,
Fucking-
dude, Horde and Gears 2 online with that Torquebo, dude. Oh man, I miss some Gears 2. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Bro,
So-
I'm still friends with the people. Back when I was like 13 or 14, I played World of Warcraft and I had my guild over. I'm still friends with them. Like this is like, dude, how old am I? I'll be 27 next week.
I didn't really know many
15
people.
years, 14 years.
I didn't really have many like only internet friends. We had like there was like one guy that was a couple years older than us that would play with us, but he was hella annoying, so we tried to get away from him. But yeah,
That's all I had.
all my internet friends were all like IRL friends too, for the most part. I can't really think of anyone I didn't know.
Dude, these guys were like they were like 15 years older than me. They all had like they could just play all the time, and I was 13, 14. I was limited. I couldn't play. I played like everything with them. Diablo 3, I think I put like 1,000 hours into that game with
Diablo
them or
3.
something.
Holy shit.
That and dude.
Sweaty
And they all had
palms.
like kids and shit and wives, and I was just sitting here like I was the only young kid in the whole guild. All of them are like 25, 30. Now they're like in their 40s or whatever. I don't even know what they're doing at this point. But it's the OG. The OG Ventrilo TeamSpeak. Dude, Vent.
What is Ventrilo?
Yeah, what's that?
Ventrilo is like a TeamSpeak. That was a similar dude, Ventrilo.
Oh,
Honestly,
Ventrilo.
put it-
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I've definitely heard that
Ventrilo.
before.
Yeah, comment on the video if you use Ventrilo. Honestly, that was I played a game called Combat Arms. I don't know, you guys probably don't know that game, but it was like kind of like, it's not a Call of Duty, but it was made by Nexon. That game that made like Maple Story, I think, is that one game that.
Did you guys ever
everyone
play
played
Maple
for a long
Story?
time.
No, the weird kids played
Not
Maple
seriously.
Story. The Chads played
I
Maple
have to,
don't
Story.
like-
even know
yeah.
what it was.
It's like a 2D MMO, like side scroller type thing. I don't know. It was just like one of the early MMOs.
It was
All the people
definitely,
who
they
played
had
RuneScape.
like a big kick when RuneScape was big as well early on. Like the OG, like early
Yeah.
days of RuneScape, it was around. Because I remember people talking about it.
I had a childhood friend whose mom, Mormon weirdos, whose mom said like he wasn't allowed to play RuneScape, but he was allowed to play Maple Story because RuneScape had beer, and I don't think Maple Story did.
Dude,
Mm.
drinking a good beer on the RuneScape. But I remember first time I played RuneScape, my cousin lured me into the wilderness and killed me for all my shit.
Yeah.
And I was so sad. I was like 7 or 8 years old. I remember I fucking cried, bro. Full adamant armor. I was.
It was
living
your
life,
cousin. He
dude.
didn't just give it back.
No, he would until his mom made him. Because
Fair
he was like a
enough.
year older than me, and I remember being so sad, and I was so sad because he wouldn't give my shit back, and I didn't even say anything. I was just sad, and she asked me, I was like, "Why are you so sad?" I'm like, "AJ killed me and took all my stuff in the game."
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
she
shit's
made him
so
give it
back.
fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he was an asshole. It was when you know where the dwarven mine outside of Falador, there used to be wilderness there.
Yeah.
Like right.
No ditch.
Yeah,
Mm.
right.
No ditch.
By the trees. Yeah, before the goblin thing. Yeah, no ditch. It was the wilderness. I got lured for all my shit.
That was an easy
Kind of
spot.
an early experience.
I was gonna say, talking back to
Oh,
old
easy.
stuff, I remember, so one of the things that really fucked me up, we was talking about, CDs, where you just putting in a CD. Obviously, it's standard with a regular Xbox, PS2, Xbox 360, and even Xbox One. And then there was a point, I think early on with the Xbox One, where everything started to become digital. All game releases started to become digital. And that fucking, dude, when you're like in that transitional phase where you still have all these CDs and you have like digital games, was fucking just so much to work. That's when I first felt like a fucking boomer in video games. I was just
Yeah.
like transitioning from like all these CDs to that, 'cause I still have them all back over here. Like I have all my old games for the most part. But yeah,
Really?
trying to like move into the digital thing was so fucking confusing, especially with like shit internet too, trying to download everything. It was a lot. But I think, yeah, that's
For a
kind of
while.
what killed, that's what essentially killed GameStop for the most part and other stores like that. Because like there's
I
one
wish I
point
would've been
where
able.
stuff wasn't digital. Like there was GameStop was the pinnacle, but there's all these other stores too. Just because it was so like it was a good business at that point. Because like it would like that's where you had to go to get the game. Like you had to go out and get the fucking game. You had to go buy it
What was
from
the other
somewhere.
ones?
That was-
EB Games. I remember that.
Yeah,
EB
Games
was one.
There's a lot of in LA. There's a lot of mom and pop stores. Just like you didn't really have to go to GameStop. There's so many mom and pop stores you can go to that sold games, which made it so sick because there was just one. I don't know if I've shared this on the cast before, but there's one. There's one in a flea market. There's a game store in a flea market about 45 minutes from my house that would sell the games a week early because like they're not getting them. You know, they're not getting the games the day they come out.
Original pre-order.
You know what I'm saying? So if you showed up and you were like kind of sly about it and you're like, hey, can I just, you'd walk up a week early, can I get Black Ops 2? And then you go like, yeah, it was usually like $80. You're getting it for $80 and you could get Black Ops 2. And the servers were up. And so, yeah, dude, I was playing games a week early. Once I had my license and I lived in LA, dude, I was playing it. And I was always so afraid I was going to get banned. I was going to get in trouble. There's always like that, oh, you know, you're not allowed to be on the servers and they can see you on. Like you're just on the servers.
Bro,
Never
when
got
I
in
had
trouble, nothing.
When I first had a car and I could go to like the pre-release things and go get the games right away and had my own money, dude, that was peak, bro. I
Dude,
could
midnight
finally buy the
releases,
games I wanted
man.
to buy and wait.
I went to many a midnight releases for games.
Dude, my cousin
Yeah.
taught me the strat for the midnight release of the games. He would only did this once, but he would do it all the time. Go to GameStop, enjoy the party, enjoy the vibe, enjoy everything. At midnight, get in your car and drive to Walmart because Walmart starts selling them. So you could just like walk in. You didn't have to wait in line because sometimes the line at the GameStop would be so long.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, boom, we were heading home. It was so nice.
I only think I went to one of those, and it was the Halo. It was the Halo 4 release party, and it was actually sick as fuck. Like they had a fucking full spread. They had like they're running games too, like LAN, like people playing against each other, like on the actual game, even though it wasn't out yet. Like that was sick. Like that was actually peak. Really good memory.
Yeah, dude. I went to every Call of Duty up to Black Ops 2, I think. I was at all those.
Isn't there a new Call of Duty coming
Release
out?
events.
Black Ops 6, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Apparently it's not very good.
honestly, the
Wow,
funny
really?
part
The
about it,
zombies
actually,
looks great. The zombies looks great.
Oh, they're gonna kill
I
zombies
saw a
always.
clip on I saw a clip on Twitter because you can do the thing where you can use body shields now. If you go up behind somebody in melee, you can hold them like and use them as a body
Oh,
shield.
like
But you can
Gears.
talk to them. You can talk to them in prox chat while you're doing it. So you got all these. There's this guy. He had like this sweat running around, and he ran up behind him and took him and brought him to his team. And they were like, "Stop trying so fucking hard! Stop trying so hard!" And then they're all just teabagging him while he's fucking just sitting.
Bro,
Or they're doing it where they're putting two people up against each other.
Meat Shield's a great idea because I know like the first game that really like incorporated that was Gears, the Meat Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Meat Shield goes fucking crazy. If you're in a bad spot and someone's down, you fucking pick them up real quick and use them as a fucking shield. But like the prox chat with that that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, they're like behind him. They're like, "Hey, you like how Daddy's holding you?" And they're just like, so many people just leave the game. Like you get them in that, and they just quit like instantly.
dude, I saw a clip where
They don't want to be subjected to
he
it.
grabbed a guy and it was his girlfriend screaming at him about how he doesn't give a fuck about their relationship anymore, and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" she's just fucking screaming, bro. It's hilarious.
Oh my
Caught bro at his lowest point.
Oh man.
Well, the best.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Warzone came out? They did the hot mic on death, so that you could hear. You'd kill someone and you'd get like 2 seconds of their
They
mic.
still have that.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that shit
Yeah.
was so much fun, man. Oh, but yeah, I don't play Call of Duty.
They
that
just
much
have
anymore.
full on proximity now. I actually started playing Warzone just for fun because I wanted to. I don't like Call of Duty like the multiplayer, but the Warzone's kind of fun. I had a couple friends that were playing it. and
Battle Royale's
the prox
addictive.
chat's on all the. Dude, gamer words everywhere, bro. You kill somebody and you're just like, it's 4-man, so prox chat is always on. People are just like in the same house alive talking shit to each other. He's like, "Why don't you come up here, you fucking bitch?" Just the whole time. Classic Call of Duty.
Oh, dude, I just small pivot, but in the same realm. I have a story about fucking realizing how much of a fucking boomer I am on the fucking internet on my computer. I've been streaming a pretty good bit lately because we recently had a Rax War come out, which pretty fun balls to do. I've been going crazy there. They've done a lot of hours of streaming it, and my computer was just freezing everything. It happened the first time, or it happened the second day. Everything just froze, but I could still hear Spotify. I'm like, oh shit. So I restarted my computer, restarted the stream. It was fine. I was like, maybe it was just, one-off issue. Next day, I'm like 5 hours in again, same thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's freezing. I restart, and then like there's a few people in my chat who are very tech savvy, computer savvy, and they're like, one of the guys, his job was like, it's probably your drivers. He's like, it sounds like a driver issue. Like, he's like, if there's something internal, it'd be blue screen. He's like, if everything's freezing, it's probably your drivers. He's like, check your thing. I was like, well, I thought I upgraded it recently on Windows. He's like, no, you should do it through the GeForce app. And I was like, oh, I don't have that. So I downloaded it.
You don't have the GeForce app at all?
Dude.
Dude, man, been on like ancient drivers for years.
Homie just learned about the fucking GeForce app. Oh my god.
So fucking... I
didn't even
downloaded
know
it.
computers worked without that thing installed.
No,
bro.
no.
That's
So you can also
insane.
install them from the website as well.
Yeah.
Which that's what I did before. But I thought that Windows was just like since I did that. This was like, dude, this is over a year
Holy
ago when I did that.
shit.
I thought Windows had been just fucking updating it. And I noticed my computer, like my OBS, even RuneScape, sometimes like stuff was getting laggy, glitchy, like the like the audio bars on OBS were like fucking moving like this. Like when like music was playing, I was like, something's happening here. So I fucking go and look, bro, and I'm live, and there's fucking 32 versions behind on the
Oh
driver.
my god!
I was about to say they do it like every couple of weeks. They upgrade
Yeah.
it. So.
Yeah, bro, I was 32 versions behind on the fucking on the GPU.
That just shows
yeah.
the load that RuneScape puts.
Everybody
on your
was
computer if you can do
asking
that.
like, what are you? Everybody's like, no, you got a good graphics card. Like that's like there should be nothing. Like you should be good. I'm like, I don't know, man.
That's gotta like as annoying that had to have been relieving. Like, oh, dude, I'm 32
Oh,
drivers
dude.
behind. Dude,
Yeah,
that's so
dude,
nice.
I'm in the future now, bro. Like everything's running super smooth. It's actually really nice. So shout out to the chat tech support. But yeah, it was funny when I was updating it because they're all like, yeah, updated. And I was updating. I was like, oh, is this gonna close me? And as soon as I said that, I fucking
Oh
restarted.
my god, that's hysterical, dude.
Everybody was just dying laughing. But honestly, it was actually a funny stream moment too. It was funny as fuck. But yeah, I got it fixed. So now we're in the future.
Have you ever been Alt F4'd on stream? They ever trick you into clicking Alt F4?
No.
Okay,
I'm not that. I'm not. That's like Foe would fall for that.
That's the best when you just like the last part of a clip is like some streamer just confused why something's broken. He goes Alt F4 and then the clip just ends because they just closed
Yeah.
OBS, dude.
That was literally me. I was like, is this gonna make my and then just fucking
Dude, has
falls
all
out.
F4 worked in the past decade on anyone ever? Like,
Dude, it actually, I was watching clips the other day and God, it almost got some streamer. I actually think it was Will. It almost got someone the other day where they were just running through some shit and they almost got all F4'd live and like, oh man.
dude, if you get Alt F4'd in 2024, just get off the internet. You don't need to be here.
I still remember the first time that happened to me. It's never happened again. It only needed to happen once.
Yeah.
I got the gamer keyboard with no F keys, bro. I got that Wooting 60, bro. I can't get all F4'd.
Dude, I'm so excited for my Wooting to come in, man.
No,
I'm
congratulations. That's just gonna be so nice.
Dude, yeah, it better be. It's a $300 keyboard.
Yeah, it's
I
the best.
hope it's
I'm
fucking
using
good.
this fucking Chinese ripoff called a Red Dragon. I've used it for the past. It's probably fucking probably has malware on it.
Dude, the Red Dragon.
Probably has malware
Dude,
on it, and I ain't getting rid of it,
hell yeah,
bro.
dude.
I ain't getting rid of it.
I will. I love the. I have a Razer keyboard, and the main reason I like this one is because it has a media buttons on it, so I can like stop music real quick and play it, which is really nice. That's probably my favorite thing about this one.
Dude,
I had one with a wrist like pillow for the longest time. It was like a thing that I had a Razer keyboard too. It had a magnetic thing that attached to the bottom part of the keyboard where you could rest your wrist.
Oh, I got a
And
wrist
I didn't
rest.
realize.
I can't.
I didn't realize how crucial that was
Dude,
for me
this
because
is
now
crucial,
it's like
bro.
down
Dude,
low.
wrist rest
Bro,
is the best, bro.
it's
How you
so
not
good,
rocking the
bro. I
wrist
need to-
rest, dude? Yeah,
Dude, I don't
yeah.
know. Now, like, if I tab, I put my hand up on the F keys, I'm like, my wrist is hurting, bro,
Yeah.
the whole fucking time.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that's on the
need to
tier
get
list.
one.
The wrist.
I don't have that. I don't have that shit, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. I just put
That's on the
all my
tier
pressure
list.
right here, bro, and it's fine. It's from fucking hitting people from football. For
Did we
15
everything for
years.
the tier list? What is it? We call it the gay of the week.
Oh yeah, gay of the
or-
day. Gay of the day.
Should it be gay of the day or gay of the week since we meet weekly? I don't. That's what I
Well,
was gonna ask too.
Hamzy coined gay
Let's
of the
just call
day.
it gay of the day. Let's just call it
Okay,
gay of the
that's
day.
fine.
but, like, we
Gay of
all
the day
know
sounds
it's
better.
weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, gay of the day.
Mine was drinking LaCroix. This is gonna be for Tasty, but he's not here. That's on the tier list for sure.
I
would say
going to a Creed concert at 30. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
No, that's fucking super.
Yeah.
That's actually
That's
very
base,
straight.
that's base.
you don't
dude.
shit talk Creed or Three Doors Down.
Not with the outfit that is happening.
I made a kale
Oh,
smoothie
did
today.
did he wear the shirt? Did he actually order that shirt?
Yeah, of course he
Oh
did.
my god. Yeah, Seth, if you go and look in After Dark, or what did he put it in the other Discord? The shirt he was gonna wear.
I didn't. Oh yeah.
Stamp it and throw that up so we can show. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a solid excuse. I think Creed is coming here in October, and they're going to be playing with Three Doors Down, so I might go to that. That sounds like a banger.
No, yeah, they're
You
doing this
should,
huge
dude.
tour.
That's cool.
They've already. I think they already came here to Georgia. I had some buddies that went.
Yeah,
Their album sales are up like insane amounts or something.
dude, I'm
like the
contributing
first
to
time
it by
in-
playing Creed songs while playing RuneScape for some reason. People love Creed.
Honestly, yeah, they have so
Creed's
many.
great, man.
There's always excited individuals when you throw some Creed on.
Speaking of people going on tour, seeing Shane Gillis this weekend, fucking excited.
Oh, that's gonna
Make
be
sure you
great.
get some
Oh,
footage
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, they don't allow that. They don't allow that. But I can't wait to see him make the face. You know, he does the. You know, he covers half his face. You know, like he.
Bro,
Surely
when he was
he'll.
on
Go
the
ahead.
Kill Tony episode with him on it is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love watching those.
He is great on there. Did we have anything else for that, by the way? I had drinking LaCroix, and then also for me today, I had an Olipop. That definitely should be on there as well. That's my gay of the day.
Drinking
So I-
Olipop.
Yeah, drinking
Olipop
Olipop.
for
Olipop
sure.
is unironically good.
Yeah. Listen, you know, I got hooked up by the family member. They threw me one. I wasn't gonna deny it. It was also the Barbie one, peaches and cream, so extra points on the tier list.
This one just popped in
True.
my head. Getting donuts before 9 a.m. You
Is that a gay of the
a
day?
12 dozen before 9 a.m. It's
Yeah.
gay.
I feel like it's either, if you're getting them before 9 a.m., you're either gay or a police officer.
Yeah, you're a cop or a housewife, bro. You can't. It's
Yeah.
one or the other.
Dude, the Krispy Kreme are only hot during 2 times of the day, bro, and that's in the morning and at night, man. Gotta
That
get 'em
is
while they're
true.
hot. Get that free one.
Yeah, because you don't have any source of heat in your home. Do you?
Me? No, I got rid of my microwave a while ago. That's fucking Chinese invention.
Dude, I
Give me
was going to
cancer.
say the Krispy Kreme hot sign brings back memories with when I was in college. I'd be driving with Corey, and we'd always go by the
Big
Krispy
dog.
Kreme, and if the hot sign was on, we turn around. We
We're
fucking-
going.
Yeah, if the hot sign's on, we'd pull in, but if it wasn't
Bro,
on,
you and
we'd
Corey
keep
walking
going.
into Krispy Kreme, just terrifying the workers in there.
No, dude.
100%.
Waffle
Damn, not these
House.
motherfuckers again. Turn the sign off, bro.
Dude,
That was funny because it would be like when we would go in a group, like you wouldn't think it'd be that big a deal. When you have like 7 like over 300-pound fucking big tall guys walking somewhere, people do look like you're about to fucking kill them or rob the place. or
dude,
something.
the amount of times we would go to Waffle House, fucked up, dude. There's 8 of us. We're all ordering the most horrendous shit, dude. It was the best time.
And dude, you got to think like we're at Waffle House, we are busting out of the booth. The booth
Dude.
is fucking quivering, bro. Like it could fucking implode at any moment. There's fucking 4 hogs just sitting at this
You
little
did the
fucking
one booth? The one booth?
We'd have like
We need 2.
yeah, we'd need 2, but it was usually packed, so we'd just fucking be packed in this fucking booth and just busting out the sides because there's just massive guys.
Dude, and the tables, bro, would just be filled. We were having buffets, bro. Everyone got everything all at once. It was dude.
Usually people would get like I would do when I was drunk, the Waffle House drunk order. This is over 300-pound Linemen Prison Joe would be 4 sausage, egg, and cheese, and bacon biscuits. 4 of them.
What?
Ooh.
I'd kill
Yeah.
4 of them bad boys. Yeah.
4 Oh my god.
Dude, my friend's dad owned, or didn't own, he managed a Denny's. So every time we go in that Denny's, we just get so much stuff like half off. Bro, I would eat so much. I'd get like a 4 stack of pancakes, always get a Grand Slam, add extra everything, dude.
Green Slam,
Classic.
dude. Fucking Denny's. Fuck
Just
Denny's
perfect,
Waffle
bro.
House, man. The All-Star.
Bro,
The All-Star, bro.
Don't say fuck Denny's, bro. I need Hamzy in here for that.
Dude,
shit. That's
no,
some business
he
right
can't
there.
protect
Fuck
you, bro.
Denny's.
Fuck Denny's.
That was
Waffle
always the
House.
lineman's meal. Is most people would get 2 different all-star breakfasts. They get 2 different ones, and they'd fucking kill it. But shout out. Do you want to cover 1 or 2 of these topics before we jump into the Twitter workshop? Maybe just one.
Yeah,
We can do some more on the Patreon cast, but we can grab at least
Yeah,
one
we
of
had
these
some
maybe.
good topics today. I thought a lot of
This
them
is
were actually
kind
funny.
of relevant to the Tpapa's subathon. This guy was talking about yard work.
Oh, before you
Shout out,
ask that, can I ask you? So you're done now, right? You're off of these are 28 days of streaming, right?
Yeah, it was 28 days. Yeah.
Okay, so last time you're still in it, so you couldn't have you didn't give like a full conclusion yet because you're still streaming last time you're on here, right?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so what in being live for 28 days? What was the low? What was the high? How was well, let's just start with that. What was the low and what was the high? And like what did you learn? I guess you could say integrally as a streamer, what have you learned about yourself? I guess you could say in those 28 days. That's
yeah, the low
productive.
Dude, there was just like a level of exhaustion towards the end that was just like I can't even begin to explain it. It was just like I was just exhausted on a level of the second it ended. Like the second it ended, I talked to my sister and Annie were over. I talked to them for like 20-25 minutes. I stood up, I walked over to my couch, and I fell asleep for hours. Just like within moments of the stream ending, I passed out. Just passed out, dude. Like it was the exhaustion.
A mental release from
Yeah.
not having to.
It was weird. Like it was slightly akin to like getting back from my mission in a way. It was like there was no society, is what it felt like for a month. You know, like you're just gone.
Bro, I'm noticing the blonde in your hair. You got some blonde.
Yeah, the
in your hair
purple.
right now
The purple's gone now. The purple's it was purple dyed, and now the purple's leaving. So,
dude, you're gonna have that blonde for a while.
Yeah. No, this will be blonde until it grows out for sure. I might toss another color on it. We'll see. So I guess I don't know. I guess low is just the mega exhaustion. And towards the end, like the reason it was gonna be uncapped, but dude, just like everyone in my life was just like, dude, this shit needs to end, bro. Like Annie was over it. My parents were like, the fuck, dude, you're gonna actually miss Broncos games. Like, what's going on? Like everyone was just between my family and Annie. And dude, it was just like it was so hard towards the end because I'm exhausted, right? I'm just so tired. I'm still trying to give like whatever I got left in the tank, I'm putting out every single day, or at least I'm trying to, you know? And then you walk away from the camera and it's just like everyone around you is just like, bro, you gotta fucking end this shit. And you're just like, I'm so tired. I wanted to end so badly, but it wasn't ending. But yeah, it was great. It was a blast. That was, I guess, technically the low. The high was just fucking God damn it. Those forfeits were fucking fun. The DoorDash was fun. The nicotine was fun. There were so many parts that were fun, dude. Like you don't stream 28 days in a row without having a fucking blast. Like it was great timing with the group hardcore. Like there was so much to do.
True. Was the nicotine a subathon phase, or are we locked?
I
in
have
now?
completely phased out the nicotine post subathon. Annie, however, has not, dude. Poor chick. She's hooked on the pouches.
Oh no, bro.
Bro, I could see like with the long shifts that being like a lock-in moment.
Yeah, like I think I'd probably hit the pouch again when I go live, but yeah, it's not like I am not overly addicted to it.
Well, I don't know if that's worth it, man. I didn't want to get Annie addicted. I wanted to get you addicted to nicotine, not Annie.
She's not addicted, but dude, the pouch on the way to work, I like, to be fair, I have not streamed yet, so like I definitely see myself, maybe having one or two on stream in the future, but it's not like.
Yeah, man. Now Annie can pull an extra shift here and there, another extra shift with the Zen. She's locked in, bro.
I think
bro,
the Zen's a good idea.
One of these and two pouches, I'm running through a brick wall.
Oh,
bro.
dude, that's the other thing is I got numb to monsters and I'm back on like only bangs and rains. Like if you ain't got 300 milligrams of caffeine, I ain't fucking with you anymore, dude. That's that pussy, that's that pussy energy drink. I'm back on the hardcore shit again.
I was gonna say, man, a sugar-free Monster, like after it's really not. It definitely gets you up. There's caffeine in it, but it's not the same
like
as
the rain. It's not like the bang.
Dude,
bro,
you need two.
Yeah.
You need two. Is what you need two.
I I don't know how much is in a ghost, but these
200.
things are like crack,
200
bro.
isn't a ghost.
Yeah, 200 for a
Bro.
Ghost, 300 for a Bang, 200 for a Celsius. That's why I like the Bang. If I'm drinking that, one of those in the day, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna be cracked out pretty much most of the day. Like,
And-
I'm good to go. Just one of those.
Pretty sure a Monster is 165. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty low.
standard.
It's on the lower end. And it's like you're drinking 16 ounces as well, because some of them are small. Like, I looked
So
at Cel-
much just to put in your belly for some caffeine. Like, it's not, the monsters don't feel
Yeah.
worth it to me anymore. Like, really?
I think the Monster's more so for the taste and the energy. If I had to, that's
Bro, those pink monsters do taste
dude.
really good.
The
bro.
Pink Monster's so
Y'all are
good.
crazy, dude.
You guys fucking with those? I don't know.
Original
I've had
green,
it, okay.
man. Just the OG Monster, dude. Oh, it's so good.
Like
I
the
hate
Kyle
the OG.
Monster.
Yeah, no, just the OG green one. You know.
Yeah, the Kyle monster.
Yeah, the
The
Kyle.
the battery
Bro, the
acid.
OG green. Yeah, that's just straight battery
I
acid.
love
Dude,
that
that is-
shit, bro. Full throttle. Y'all ever drink a full throttle
Dude,
before?
full
Those are
throttles
pretty
back
good.
in the day, yeah.
I don't
Dude,
mind that.
Or
and ice cold.
What about a nitrous?
Okay, so I was gonna say my guilty pleasure growing up in Caconaville after working a long day was the purple, the grape nitrous.
Dude, the one with the twist top on top, it's like synonymous to the nipple top, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
You
I'm
get,
so
like the
confused.
twist top.
That metal touching my lips.
The
Oh,
Noft, the Noft energy drinks. Is that what you're saying? The nitrous ones? The Noft?
Yeah, no,
the
sorry,
Nos,
Nos.
yeah.
Okay.
Fucking.
yeah.
Those things, I don't know how, but those gotta have a lot of caffeine, bro. Like,
No, they were
there's no
doubled
doubt.
up back then. Those were gnarly back then.
But the
Nothing's
original
making me-
flavor, I didn't like it. I love grape, so
I
the
like
grape
those
one really
ones.
hit
Yeah,
for me.
the grape one was easier on the stomach. I would drink that original one, and like it was a 50-50 whether or not it gave me an upset stomach most of the time when I was, I don't know.
Yeah.
That shit,
Bro, if it
would
didn't
hit
give me an
hard.
upset stomach, it wasn't enough. You know,
Valid
that's-
point, dude.
That was the line. That it needed to make me feel uncomfortable. That's how you know it's working.
Yeah. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent. Look, what was the topic you're gonna do? I'm sorry, we got fucking.
Oh,
I just,
no, I was
I
just gonna
forgot I
say-
didn't ask him about the. I'll talk to you more about the Subathon on the Patreon. We can do some more.
Yeah,
Can we-
no,
yeah,
I-
can-
one of
we're
the
gonna get
themes-
listen. So
I'll
the
leak a little
Patreon,
bit more, dude. I'll leak
the
a little bit more during the
Patreon
yeah.
bait today is we're gonna get some of the inside, the lowest lows. The thing he won't tell you on here, bro. We're gonna get it out of
There's
them.
literally one thing I was like, oh wait, I gotta tell that one on the Patreon.
And we have our tier 4, Mr. Five Head coming on. So
Oh, we have a tier 4.
we have our
Yep.
our
today.
first
Let's
tier
go.
4
That's
in,
right.
in a long while.
Yeah, you guys
So
saw
are
there was
we
a
gonna-
wooden chair by Tpapa during a subathon. If you look back in his VOD, you'll see it. We're gonna find out about that. What that wooden chair was for on the Patreon cast today.
Sharing my Subathon. I don't remember.
Are we gonna save the topic then for the Patreon, or are we?
No,
gonna
we can
just
rip it
go
real
to
quick. We
Twitter
can
or
rip it. We'll do one on here.
Or is the one that was it's kind of a theme of the subathon was some yard work because we had Annie mowing the lawn, we had Tpop with the
I
dogs
know,
in the
and
grass
didn't mow the
mowing
lawn one Subathon, bro. That was all me. I was doing all the yard work during.
Oh,
There's
okay,
no
it
way
was
you
all
have
him.
the electric liberal mower, bro. What the hell?
Bro, that
Oh
was
yeah,
just a
the
good
electric liberal
dude,
mower.
I paid like $120 for that, man. I was
No,
so
for your,
down.
listen, for your yard, that's fine. Like, I'll give it to you. But it was just funny watching you push the electric mower. I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Dude, no, I got that on Black. I'm still so proud of that purchase. That was like one of my best Black Friday finds ever, bro. That shit was like $350. I got it for one something. And yeah, for my little yard, I don't need a gas mower.
No.
You have a decent sized yard. I mean, you don't need one, but you have a decent sized yard.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, it's
this
not
yard's
small,
bigger
small.
than my last one. I bought that lawnmower from my old house, but yeah, you just gotta have 2 batteries now for this yard because one battery doesn't take care of the front and the back. Okay, so should we read this topic about the yard work then? I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's for Mr.
okay,
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
Most
Okay.
weeks I listen to the pod while doing yard work, so I'd like y'all's thoughts on yard work. Personally, it's one of my favorite days of the week. I'm outside, I'm by myself, father of 2, and I'm drinking beer. Don't understand why people complain about having to do it.
Well,
Well, you may have had a
my
balanced,
origin-
healthy
I have a-
childhood. You might have. That's why.
my childhood was full of yard work because my dad, Southern man that he is, he wanted to do we did our own yard work from like a pretty early age. Since like 8 or 9, I was like mowing the lawn, edging the lawn and shit. So yeah, that shit's
dude.
like a dark era for me. I didn't want to do that shit.
I worked in greenhouses since I was 10 years old, so that's synonymous. Landscaping, yard work, that whole world is tied into each other. So whether it was out in the yard doing it myself, or for a while, when I was younger, to do the door-to-door hustle for mowing lawns, did that. Also, just working in general, like doing landscaping jobs. I've been deep in it. Every type of yard, every type of probably, I guess, build. And people will pay crazy for different things in their yard, especially when it comes to landscaping. Like it goes really in depth. You can really get intricate with the yard work. So, but I think
and like drinking
sorry.
beer while doing it, bro, I'd get tired, bro. If I have a couple beers and I'm doing hard labor, I'm sweating, bro. I gotta go take a nap.
There is something
that.
beautiful, exquisite about consuming a Miller Lite while on the zero turn. There's nothing like it. It is probably the best drunk driving you'll ever do. If you have a zero turn,
bro. The zero turn is a blessing, bro. If you, I had the non-motor like push.
Ooh, the non-motor push. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
that's what I grew up using was the fucking. It was like, for whatever reason, it was the loudest device of all time, and it's just cutting. It's just a fucking lawnmower. Old, doesn't have the motor in it. Just absolute shit. But
yeah,
it is nice now that most of them have the forward motor.
Bro, have you guys ever gotten hit with like a rock while someone was lawn mowing? Like it just shot out of the thing and it hit you?
Nah, but dude, ever since that one scene in Final Destination, I'm always scared of it whenever I see someone fucking mowing a lawn, dude.
I bought my Jetta like 4 years ago, and within 3 months of owning it, I was driving on the highway on I-85 in Georgia, and they're cutting the grass on the highway. And I always have a fear that they're going to shoot some shit at my car. And I guess the universe just works in funny ways. Because as soon as I passed that motherfucker, I heard 2 loud duts on my fucking car. And my girlfriend at the time was in the car, and I just go, no fucking way. And she's like, what? What was that? And I was like, I guarantee you those 2 fucking rocks that just hit my new Jetta. And we park where we were going to. I get out, and there's 2 fucking dents and like paint scrapes on my door now. Just fucking took it off the lot 2 months ago. And I was like, that's fucking perfect.
That's pain. That's rough.
Yard work, General L, honestly. Like, I don't enjoy that shit though.
I don't have any, like, I don't like hate yard work, but I'm not like a yard guy by any means, but like, I like it when my yard is trimmed. I don't have like a bunch of bushes, but if they need to be trimmed, they get trimmed. We take care of weeds every now and then. In response to the beer while doing it, because every time I mowed during the subathon, I was drinking a Blue Moon. And I think there's a lot of advancements in technology that need to be made to keep a beer cold outside. I think there's a lot of room to grow. An ice cold beer is just so much better than even slightly toned down in temperatures. And I don't know. I don't own a koozie. I've been told koozies are the way to go. But I also don't believe a koozie is going to make my beer that much colder.
Here's where you've gone wrong, okay? You ain't drinking the fucking beer.
Valid, all right? Every
You
time
let it get warm.
If you let the beer get this, dude, this is just fucking standard redneck science, okay? If you let the beer get warm, you ain't drinking it fast enough outside. That's why.
All right.
You gotta put it down faster.
I guess you're right. I don't know. Do you guys find that as you know, because I haven't had that many beers, is the cans or the bottles, which one holds the temperature better?
It's probably about this. I think the can would actually be better for outside. I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too. I felt like this glass, it was getting so
well, this thing is, you got a Blue Moon too. That's not even like, I feel like a light beer you can drink even faster than, like, a Blue Moon is nothing too stout, but it's still like a little different than a light beer. Like a light beer is gonna go down even easier than that. So that's another reason.
I'd say I got my beers with the ice crystals on them. Like I make sure it's got like the frost. You know, it's like as cold as it can be. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard to chug one when it's like it's that cold. It's almost like catching it at the right moment when you can hit it well.
I don't drink beer.
But yeah, if it's getting warm, you're just not doing
just
it.
sometimes, like, I'm out there for 10 minutes, beer's gone, bro. If I have a beer, it's gone.
Okay.
I hate beer.
So gone.
Beer is disgusting.
Yeah.
Beer, I enjoy. It depends. Like if I'm eating a certain thing, or beer's just, it hits right, you know.
Yeah,
Something
I'm
like
not a
some chicken
fan, but
wings.
sometimes I'm like, okay, this is okay. Like I tried an IPA, a Voodoo Ranger. Like I actually liked that. That was really good.
Now, was that the subathon talking, or was that actually good?
No. It was when I went on that little fishing trip during my subathon, I had to pause it, you know. My
Well,
dad,
Bro,
he hooked it up with a
cold
Voodoo
beer
Ranger.
and some fish.
If you get like the
good.
name brand, like or like not name brand, but like the more popular IPAs are not as fucking offensive as like the dirt water that a lot of them are. Like there's some decent ones, especially what you said, Voodoo Ranger. That one's pretty tame. It's nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually liked that more than most beers I've ever had. I really did actually like the Voodoo Ranger. I was like, okay, this is one I fuck with. It was the first time I had a beer. I was like, oh shit, this is bomb.
I love light beer. I've moved away from it like the past 5 years just because like health wise, obviously it's not good for you at all. It's pretty terrible. But it's great, and I'll be the first to tell you it's piss water, you know. But it's an acquired piss water taste. It's either for you or it's not. You know, it's really I mean, if you're down here, it's kind of forced upon to be for you a little bit more. I'd say than other places because it's probably, you know. It's very popular, obviously, in Tennessee compared to other states, especially light beer.
The most I drink beer is when we're on our trips. To be honest, mainly for the novelty. I always got to pick up some Miller Lite for the trilogy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I like to on the trips for sure. It's a Yeah, the vacation light beer is nice. Same with the vape, you know.
Vacation vape.
Speaking of vacation soon, are you doing any type of vacation, Tpapa, like TwitchCon for your Subathon?
No, TwitchCon, no. I think like dude, those RuneFest tickets are looking expensive, but now I'm definitely going to RuneFest, dude. Shout out to Subathon. 100% that shit, you know?
Well, that's good to know, at least.
Yeah.
TwitchCon.
It's just like, I wish that if they would have pushed RuneFest back, like the whole year, then maybe, but like the fact that then I got to get to the UK in March, you know? Like that's coming up.
Yeah.
March is going to be here fast, bro.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And now, like, how does that set up RuneFest in the future? You know, like, fuck, man. Like, are they always going to be in March now? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm contemplating whether I do the solo vlog for San Diego. We could post it here. It could be a shorter one. Maybe I'd do like a condensed, like real short vlog, maybe something.
Yeah, like a little mini vlog, 15, 20 minutes max, probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be bad to do.
Definitely do some. I guess you can see like how much content is there for when you're there.
There's gonna be a good bit of people. I know as far as like base people or adjacent. I think I'll definitely see Zoe just because they live there, so they'll be there. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna be. I know Mr. Coldwell is gonna be there. I'll be hanging out with him. That'll be fun.
Oh, he's going. That's nice.
Yeah, he'll be there. Along with a lot of other people who are friends with him. So there's definitely a lot of people to hang out with, and after that, who knows? Maybe I'll, I don't know, might go up the coast there for a couple weeks, might disappear. I'll let you guys know.
Oh, really? I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Solo prison adventure.
Yeah, I might go on a little adventure. I've been thinking about it, doing a little adventure. So. But yeah.
That adventure sounds good.
Yeah, what am I saying? Yard work? Sorry, so my answer for yard work, I'm in the middle. I've done it all my life, so I don't hate it. I don't like love it though. I love it's the aesthetic after you get done working in the yard, the appearance after, taking a photo, enjoying the work you've done, the fruits of your labor. That's where it's good for me. In the moment though, yeah, like I know some people they find it like nice, therapeutic, whatever, which I get. Like there's some days where like depending on the weather where it's not like
yard work's so weather dependent. Is it like hell? Then no, thank you. But is it hot out? Like I you know, we can deal with some heat, deal with some sun. It's fine.
Yeah, what if it's like mid 70s? Like that's real nice. Like when it's a little hot, but not like melting the fuck out of you. Like it can really actually be really nice. Depends on the day for sure.
I think it also depends on what you got to do. Like if you got a bunch of hard ass bushes, things, prickly bushes, you got to get through, like all that stuff. It can make it worse.
Yeah, I mean,
I think also.
Go ahead, sorry.
The key is you having something, rewarding yourself after, like having some nice food after, or having something to make it all worth it. You know, if I got like 20 Wingstop chicken wings and like 3 things of ranch afterwards, bro, it doesn't matter. Honestly, like I'll get through that shit.
Yeah.
As long as I got something
There's typically a lot of stuff to do here because I literally live on like the property line is with a state park. So I'm constantly fighting the stuff growing over from the, because they don't upkeep that.
Yeah,
they're not allowed to. They gotta leave it. So there's a lot of like invasive stuff that'd be coming on, animals included, that are recently had a mice problem. I took care of that though.
What'd you get, Tpapa? Did you send us some balloons?
Some balloons?
I mean,
no balloons. I could have put them in there though. I'm telling you, if you have like just little mice, it's honestly kind of sad because they're actually kind of cute.
They
Where
are.
they get stuck to the little pads, and that's GG's.
Bro,
But those are the best
time-
traps by far.
One time in our basement, we had a mouse trap down there, dude, and we caught. This is way before my balloon launching days, or else I would have had way more of a fun time. I was a kid, dude, and I go downstairs, and dude, they're like baby mice, dude, still fucking blind, caught on one of those glue traps, just squealing, dude. And I just still remember it, like as a kid, like, oh, it's so sad, dude. like, bro, like they were just the whole family got stuck, dude.
Right,
The whole family's
Twitter
going
workshop,
down, dude.
Tpapa. I'm muting Tpapa for that. Thank you for the sad story, Tpapa. Yeah, that's what we like to hear. White Bummer Podcast, Tpapa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Twitter workshop.
I was about to
Twitter
say.
work-
Dude, he
Workshop.
fried him up after and ate him. It was all good.
Oh man.
I was always the one that had to deal with that shit too. I was desensitized to animals from an early age. If there's some caught in a trap, like everyone's like, "Oh, let him go do it," because I didn't care. Just walk out there with a BB gun.
Thankfully, with the little mice, literally, that's just the blade of my little hand here. And
Oh, dang.
that's-
they got guillotine, huh?
yep, you know that's the quickest way to do it. You know,
Hey, if the
I'd
French
feel-
can do it, we can.
Yeah. Well, I'd feel way worse just chucking them out into the woods and they're like alive. They're gonna eat alive by something. Like that's way worse way to go than me just dinking you.
True.
We're humane.
All right. Twitter workshop. Do we have?
Yeah,
What do we got?
me and Tids were just workshopping one up right before we started filming.
Yeah.
We got to get that one again. Hold on. I forgot what it was. It was
Something about damn girl. Are you national debt? Because I want to compound you
No.
daily. Or
damn girl. Are
I'm looking at my
you-
drafts. I don't think I have anything. What, dude? I forgot that. Didn't Zoe use this? She gnomes on my monkey until my content hard. I just now saw that.
yeah,
Someone definitely tweeted that before.
I believe so. Yes. I mean,
I got a
it's
couple.
Twitter.
I'm gonna just rapid fire. I think.
Let it rip. If you got one for me, let me know.
Well, you can decide that for yourself. So the first one I got is, I can tell your parents are still together, in parentheses derogatory.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I can tell you grew up
Okay.
stable.
So
that's a tweet.
that one, yeah. That one, I got another one that goes, just got banned from horseback riding. Apparently ketamine isn't included.
Oh my god. Hold on. Does that make sense? Because that's really funny.
It just doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't
like,
hit. It could be better. It's the workshop.
Yeah, that needs
like,
to be
yeah.
a workshop. Hold on. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. I need to think.
Just got banned from horseback riding. Apparently ketamine isn't included.
Oh, just got banned from horseback riding. You should.
Apparently horses don't like ketamine.
No,
Should be that one.
It's
That's a little.
Just
that's a
got
little
banned
bit-
from horseback
that's a little bit
riding.
better.
Apparently, taking ketamine isn't. Apparently, taking ketamine is frowned upon, or something.
You could go like along like you gave the horse.
They
ketamine,
didn't even.
You know?
They didn't even give me ketamine. Frick.
Well, you can think about that one. The third one is, she told me her love language was physical touch, so I started swinging.
That's a banger.
That's a banger. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Fuck
Yeah.
Tasty. Tweet that one yourself, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That does seem like a tasty tweet.
Yeah, I got damn girl. Are you exponential growth because I want to compound you daily?
Yeah,
That was a good workshop. Let's fucking go.
good workshop.
Definitely. I'll leave the ketamine one in for later.
Do you have any
workshop.
tits?
I have this version of I just took 20 Benadryl, and then that's all I got. Like I don't even.
No, I
Workshop.
think the tweet that with the picture that Crylax
Oh, yeah,
gave you of the gopher.
Yeah, or you have the deer. You gotta
Is
send me
that
that
what it is?
picture.
Deer?
That's a horse. That's a horse.
Oh, it's a horse. You gotta send me that picture though, Crylax.
I'll send it.
But yeah, I think that one is me and the homie just took 20 Benadryl, and then that's just the picture.
I
I'll
just
put it
opened the
in.
fucking photo of that guy you sent earlier, bro. I'm just looking at this guy, and I want to hit him with like a fucking sword. You know?
Oh my god. He does lightsaber videos. That's how he got famous. He would do like lightsaber fight videos.
Wait, is he the one
put
with
it
the
in After
fucking? Fuck, I forgot what his name is. He falls down in the video. It's like he's fighting with the lightsaber and he fucking falls and eats shit.
Yeah,
Is that him?
That's him. More than likely, that's
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heavier
That's him.
individual.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's him.
assuming that's him.
You should see his house tour. I mean, his previous house, but you know.
Yeah. It's like that guy is like the human form of a cockroach, you know? Like that's what I see there in that photo.
Yeah, but like a cockroach that also has got like a gold chain around his neck, you know, and a couple tattoos and a cigarette,
yes,
dude.
yes,
Dude, he's just a human, bro. He's just a
He's a human, guys.
He's a real human person that probably shouldn't exist, but he does. You know, modern medicine. He's keeping that guy alive. Because fuck it, why not? Why not?
Based mansion, DoorDash sponsor. We'll get there, bro. Like I'm trying to look like that in a few months, and then we'll run it back. And we're gonna talk about that on the Patreon cast today because I didn't bring a tweet and I fucking suck. Sorry, and we'll see you there. Tpapa is gonna talk about the wooden stool. Send that shit. Saintits, take us out.
I got fucking nothing, guys.
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.